Hello and welcome into Liberty High School, where coming up very shortly we will have high school volleyball, the final game of the Colorado Springs Metro League against the Pine Creek Eagles. The Liberty Lancers, of course, the team at home. We are here. My name is Brian German. Vince Greco's alongside me. We're going to have that exciting action for you, but the JV game currently going on. We will get to this game just as soon as it is imminent that it will start. We'll see you at that time. Here comes Natasha Waynard, another shot and a goal! Natasha Waynard, her second goal of the day. Nice pass outside to McGettigan. McGettigan steps back and drains it. He is feeling it tonight. Good evening and welcome into Liberty High School in Colorado Springs, Colorado for some girls Colorado Springs Metro League Volleyball as the Lancers host the Pine Creek Eagles. My name is Brian German. Alongside me is Vince Greco for this Colorado Springs Metro League final game of the season. Let's see how these two teams stack up. Vince, on paper, it looks like Pine Creek might be a little bit better than the Lancers.
And I think part of the reason for that, Brian, is the leadership on that Pine Creek team. A lot of seniors, a whole lot of leadership. Girls that have played a lot of matches for this Pine Creek team. On the other side of the ledger, the Lancers, relatively young.
12-6 are the Pine Creek Eagles coming in this game. Liberty Lancers 9-9. But where are they in the Colorado Springs Metro League, you ask? The illustrious Corey Morlock gives us the conference standings. Rampart currently 5-0. But what's happening tonight? A lot. Pine Creek playing Liberty. You can see maybe Liberty can creep up into a tie for second place because Rampart is playing Coronado tonight.
Correct.
If Rampart wins, they're all-out champions. However, if Coronado were to defeat Rampart and Pine Creek were to win tonight, we'd have a three-way tie.
There's a lot on the line here tonight for these Pine Creek Eagles, and they can see that. And for the Lancers as well. They're a bit further behind in the overall state rankings, but they, again, are a young team and have a lot to prove playing here on senior night in their home gymnasium.
And if they can get this win tonight, who knows, maybe they could sneak into those state playoffs. A key player, the key player for the Liberty Lancers tonight is Kennedy Garnhart. You see her right there. She's a junior for this team. She has 46 aces. That's more than anyone else, almost double anyone else in the Colorado Springs Metro League.
Just look at those numbers. 508 assists, 46 aces. And you and I both talked tonight how important the serve is, even here at this high school level, those unforced errors. And she's one of the top players in the state when it comes to serving that volleyball.
And there's a lot of good servers on this Liberty Lancer team. As a matter of fact, a lot of them serve over and above 95%. Some of the names you'll be seeing tonight, but up front, they are really tough when you have Aaron Endy, Jordan Ballantyne, and Keita Elsner who do the job up front for Liberty, and we'll be seeing lots of them. Let's take a look at the Lancers' schedule coming into this game. Liberty coming off of a win at Fountain Fort Carson, but you see their tough loss prior to that, a 3-0 loss to the Rampart Rams, who are right now leading the Metro League.
And that's why Liberty tonight has a lot to prove. Yes, they were beaten badly in 3 sets by Rampart, but Pine Creek is right behind Rampart and Coronado. So again, a message can be served to the Lancers that we may not win the Metro League tonight, but watch out for us next year.
Definitely. Now, we can also show you the 3 keys to the game from Lancers head coach Ashley Allman. Vince, what did Ashley tell us about this game?
3 keys tonight, Ryan, is that they have to shut down their outsides. They really have to be aggressive at the net, shut down those outside hitters, turn defense into offense. Get up there and block, set some of those back down, and then again, stay aggressive and intense. And I got to be honest with you, I don't think that's going to be difficult for this Lancer team to do tonight.
No, especially not here. District 20 rivalry, these two teams, going to be incredible. You mentioned they've got to shut down the outsides. Well, when you talk about shutting down the outside hitters, one of the main outside hitters for Pine Creek is this young lady right here, Lindsay Jin, a senior, 142 kills. That's 9th in the Colorado Springs Metro League. She can also serve it up. She's a tough player.
She really can. You see her warming up here, nice, calm, relaxed. Earlier on, we were watching her at the net. She's just an all-around great volleyball player. She can set it or spike it. She is the key figure tonight for the Eagles.
The other hitters that you can talk about as we go to their roster, Avery Nelson, one of the top hitters on this team, as is Abby Wibbles. Those are the big 3 up front for Pine Creek. And running the offense, the difference you'll see between them, the Lancers and Pine Creek, the Lancers have one setter. That's Kennedy Garnhart. We talked about her. But Maddie Atkins and Gabby Valdez, they're in a 4-2 now for Pine Creek. You'll see a couple of them serving up for some kills.
And that was just a recent change. The Eagles all season long had gone with just one setter. But this new change in the lineup has been really effective, I think, personally, for the Pine Creek Eagles.
Yeah, and we'll see that as we take a look at their schedule now. Their last couple of games are wins, 3-0 sweeps against Palmer and at Coronado. You mentioned Coronado. We saw them earlier. They're just one game behind Rampart. They lost the Rampart game, which is a game we did here on D20 TV, and that's when Gabby Valdez really started to come into her own, and I think that's the game they decided to go to the 4-2 and successfully in the next two games.
Well, Shelley Lockwood and Paul Waring, who have taken over 3/4 of the way through the season, this will be their fourth match with these ladies, and I think you can see after that Rampart loss, they have really turned it up. Palmer, 3-0 set or win, and then at Coronado, probably the biggest win this program's had all year long.
It certainly was a huge win for them to win. To win at Coronado would have been something, but to sweep at Coronado, just fantastic. We talked to Shelley Lockwood, one of the two co-coaches for Pine Creek. She gave us the keys. Vince, what do we got?
Well, they got to be aggressive at the net, Brian. They've got to really get up, time their jumps, and they've got to block well. We talked about the big hitters for Liberty. The remedy to that, block. Get in their face. Don't allow those big swings from that front line. And as we also mentioned, they've only played under this new coaching staff for 3 games. So it's now time to come together as a team. And if they do that, they will continue to gain confidence.
Yeah, gaining confidence. You would think you'd have some big confidence after winning at Coronado. What would it say to come in here to another District 20 rival and get the win? Hey, we want to let you know before we continue here, there's several ways to reach out to us on social media. D20TV.com. That's where you can find out the schedule for all of our live broadcasts like you're seeing right now. And it's also probably where you're watching us right now if you're watching us live. And we also have a Facebook page, facebook.com/D20TV, and Twitter. If you're into the Twitter or you're into tweeting, at D20TV is where you want to go on the Twitter machine. That'll wrap up the pregame here for us. We're going to come back and get this thing started. District 20 rivalry from Liberty High School, the Pine Creek Eagles, and the Lancers when we come back on 20 TV. Welcome back into Liberty High School. Brian German alongside Vince Greco for this D20 rivalry game to close out the Colorado Springs Metro League season. The Lancers hosting the Pine Creek Eagles here on the volleyball court. We'll get the starters for you for the Pine Creek Eagles. They will go with Gabby Valdez, Maddie Adkins, Avery Nelson, Lindsey Jin, Abby Wibbles, Jess Johnson, Lauren Blunt will be the libero. And for the Lancers, as I look out onto the court, you have Kennedy Garnhart, Aaron Endy, Jordan Valentine, Nikel Kirkus, Morgan Childs, and Keita Elsner. That will start out for the Lancers. The libero will be Maddie Harms.
Ryan, I talked to you a little bit before this match. This gym electric tonight. Final District 20 Metro League matchup of the regular season for both of these teams. Full house behind us for the Liberty Lancers.
I was going to say, don't look back.
No kidding. It's a sea of red, and they are going to be loud tonight, and rightly so, rooting on the home team here on senior night at Liberty High School.
Two seniors for the Liberty Lancers. One of them only will be able to play tonight, Caitlin Kinder. The other one, Gabby Monteleone, who was injured earlier this year, will not be able to see any action. There's another look at Kennedy Garnhart. And a nice rack back to Morgan Childs since the Lancers get ready. The libero, Maddie Harms, will start in the game for the Lancers.
I thought during the warm-ups that Liberty was a much looser team, smiling, high-fiving. The Eagles, more serious, not a lot of smiles, really focused in on the task at hand, and we talked about this in the pregame. A win tonight by the Eagles and a loss by Coronado, we've got a three-way tie in the conference.
Which is exactly what happened last year in the Colorado Springs Metro League. Maddie Harms' first serve goes into the net, and that's the first service error of the evening for the Lancers. Not the way you wanted to start if you're Ashley Allman.
That might be a little case of nerves. First serve of the match, taking on Pine Creek, and now the Eagles with the service.
Maddie Atkins sends it over. Garnhart sends it to the outside. Looked like long on me. That one goes off the top, and a nice kill by Keita Elsner. Her first kill of the night, and Liberty gets the service right back.
Nice setup and a nice spike over the top. Just too much to handle for the Eagles' back line.
Nikel Kirkus comes out. Sophie Lewis is in, so a very tall front line right now for the Liberty Lancers. Blunt handles it for Pine Creek. A tip back, that's a free ball coming to the Lancers. Garnhart has to send it over. Elsner, another hit, and another kill for Keita Elsner.
Really good placement for Elsner as she just sets that one right off the hands of Abby Wibbles, who just couldn't get underneath that to keep that rally alive.
Kennedy Garnhart now to serve. We mentioned 46 aces to lead the Metro League. Sends that one off Jin, almost got an ace there, but Jin was able to handle it. Jin now plays it again. Back row, nice dig. Garnhart sets up Valentine, but she sends it too long and out. Excuse me, that was Sophie Lewis who sent it out on that one, and we're tied at 2.
That play was made by Lindsey Jin from almost the back line. She got a lot of heat on that ball to get that over the net for Pine Creek.
Avery Nelson now to serve for the Eagles. Good serve, goes off the arms of Morgan Childs, and that's an ace for Avery Nelson.
Great serve by Nelson from the back line, stepping up calmly. Ball skimmed just over the top of the net, and you see just too much to handle for the Lancers back line.
Nelson again sizes it up, sends it over again. This one again, that's 2 in a row. Aces for Avery Nelson make them number 19 and 20 on the season.
I just don't think the Lancers are anticipating how hot that serve is coming in. A nice job by Nelson here early in this match.
Morgan Childs both times unable to get it. This time she gets her hands under it. Garnhart sets up Elsner, but here comes Pine Creek right back. They'll go to the middle. Liberty handles it. Elsner on the outside. Blocked, but it's not blocked well enough as the Lancers get the point there.
Hot hand so far has been Elsner. You see her elevate, goes off the hands of the blocking defenders for Pine Creek. That's her third kill of this match.
Third kill. They have 3 points. Everything through Keita Elsner right now. Nice serve for the Lancers. Set it up, blocked right back at the Eagles, and again at the net. That was Aaron Endy.
Great job of anticipation by Indy. Her first block of the match. Timed it perfectly twice to get that point for Liberty.
Lancers tie this thing up at 4. Jin gets set up on the outside. It's blocked off the block and out. That'll be a Pine Creek point and a kill for Lindsey Jin.
And a kill that was. Man, was that a big swing from just outside that out-of-bounds barrier for the point and that kill.
Lauren Blunt now serves for the Eagles. Elsner sets it up, and they've just got to play it over. Nice job by Caitlin Kinder, the senior, but that sets up on the outside to kill for Abby Wibbles.
Nice job by Wibbles, looking to see if that one might have been a little wide. The officials both agree that it was in. They're still looking around a little bit. Nonetheless, kill for Wibbles.
6-4 now. Pine Creek with the early advantage. Here's a tough pass off the back. Jin right there to put it away. Lindsey Jin shows why. She was a Division I signee.
Going to go to Mines next year to play a little volleyball with her sister. Obviously, Brian, a great volleyball player, but probably equally as talented in the classroom.
I'll explain my comment there in a little bit. There's a service ace again for Pine Creek.
Watch this one just drop in. Brian, it's really early in this match. It's 8-4 Pine Creek. We're going to have a timeout called by the Liberty Lancers, but so far the difference in this game is Pine Creek has really served the ball well, and they're moving it all over that back line of Liberty.
It's exactly what you have to do. That was Lauren Blunt with the ace earlier. 8-4 Pine Creek, and I'm going to clarify something I said because I called Lindsey Jin a Division I signee. Then you said she's going to go to Colorado Mines. The truth of the matter is she did sign with Division I, changed her mind, doesn't want to go there. Would rather play volleyball with her sister, who is currently at Colorado Mines. There's a good look at Lindsey Jin taking a drink of water.
And again, you have to admire not just Lindsey Jin, but many of these student athletes here in District 20 who are equally as impressive on the court or the field or whatever sport they play, but in the classroom as well. Hats off to them.
District 20, a great school district here in Colorado. I don't think anyone can doubt that one.
I've had 2 children go through here, both doing good things. I cannot complain.
One of the best. Lauren Blunt with the serve. Garnhart sets it up. There's a big hit by Endy, but handled quite well and set up for Jin. Garnhart gets down for the dig on that one. So Libero sets it up on the outside. That one is in.
Great shot.
Caitlin Kinder on senior night gets the kill.
She placed that one perfectly off a beautiful set, bounces in. Great job of shooting by our District 20 crew tonight. Head coach Ashley Allman meeting with the scorekeepers and Joan Powell here.
Joan Powell, one of the best officials in volleyball, used to be a coach at Coronado High School in the Metro League.
Good serve by Indy.
Sets up Wibbles. That comes outside. Wibbles again handles it. Garnhart can't get to that one. And Abby Wibbles gets her second kill of the match.
Great job of moving the ball around, as you'll see at the net. And Wibbles hits it off the top of the net. Garnhart gets her hand on it, but a little bit too deep. Lancers cannot recover.
9-5. And I did notice Pine Creek still playing a 5-1 right now.
Nice.
That's a kill at the net
Jordan
for
Valentine.
the Lancers.
Jordan Valentine gets up tall over the net. She is 4th in the Metro Conference in kills. She had 170 coming into this match tonight. Make it 171.
See that? Here's a serve by Nikel Kirkus. But they set up Jin on the outside. Lancers try and handle it. Can't do it as it went off of Maddie Harms and down to the ground. And Jin gets another kill.
And now Jen will go back to serve, but you can see the big swing just a little bit too hot as Harms could not stop that one.
We talked about Jin in the pregame. 26 aces for Jin. And not this time. The Lancers set it up. Go outside to Nelson. Lancers playing it well. Have to bump. Free ball to Pine Creek. Come back on the side, and Pine Creek sends it over. Now Liberty trying to set it up. A back row attack for the Lancers. Now Abby Wibbles comes from the back row. Saved back there by Elsner. But they have to just play it over, and it's out of bounds. A tough play for Caitlin Kinder.
Good rally there by both teams, keeping it alive off some big hits, some big swings. Kinder just sends this one long, and Jin steps up for another serve.
The back row, Harms having a tough time back there so far today. Elsner just has to hit it over. They'll set it up on the outside for Avery Nelson. Going to have 2 hits on that one and give the point to the Lancers at a perfect time. They needed it. They were down 5.
Absolutely right, Brian. Big run that time by Pine Creek. Again, the serving, they are mixing it up and really confusing Liberty on that defensive scheme.
Morgan Childs now serves it up for the Lancers. Pine Creek attacks on 2. The Lancers all over that one. Garnhart sets up Valentine in the middle. And they're going to say a lift on Pine Creek and another point for the Lancers as they try and climb back into this.
Good quick thinking by Garnhart. The nice little set. Kind of a missed shot there by the Lancers, but you'll take it any way you can get it.
Now they go, Pine Creek goes to Nelson on the outside. A big hit, but the Lancers handle it. Harms hits it over, and they're going to call 2 hits
on Liberty.
So 12-8 now, Pine Creek. And back to serve will go Juliet Vendel.
Big smile on Vendel's face after that point as the Lancers Eagles in possession again of the serve.
Vendel gets a serve over. Garnhart sets up Elsner on the outside. She hits it long. 13-8. Pine Creek starting to take this game over.
Nice set by Garnhart, a little deep, and she just didn't time that jump quite right.
Vendel serve over again. Harms handles it. Garnhart in the middle of Valentine. Big hit. Can Pine Creek get to this one? They tried. Tough play over there, and they wipe out on the bench. Abby Wibble says she's okay. The team is laughing about it, and nobody's hurt.
Thank goodness for that. You can see it right there. She goes right into the front row. A lot of times you'll catch a knee on a chair or a teammate saves you. A good thing that she's back out on the floor.
Abby Wibbles is fine. Blunt handles this one. They'll set it up on the outside. Nelson, big swing, off the tip and out. That's a point for Pine Creek.
Nice job of setting that ball up for Nelson, as you'll see on the outside. Beautiful set, and she just rips it off the fingertips of Garnhart for the point.
This is Maddie Atkins who's been setting it up, and they're actually running the 5-1, Vince. We expected to see maybe a 4-2 tonight, and it's not out there yet. Elsner hits it over. Pine Creek sets it up to Wibbles, and she just goes through the block and down, 15-9.
You'll see on the replay, 2 Lancers are there trying to set this one back down, but no. Ball goes off the top of the net and drops in for another Eagles point.
Timeout, Liberty Lancers. We'll take a timeout as well. Pine Creek leads this one 15-9 in the first set. We'll be back with more on 20 TV. We're back inside Liberty High School where the Pine Creek Eagles have a 15-9 lead in the first set. Brian German alongside Vince Greco. And the Pine Creek, there's one of their coaches. That is Paul Waring. Shelley Lockwood, he and Shelley Lockwood co-coaches for this team. And the Lancers currently with the serve is Maddie Atkins. Sends it over. Garnhart has to bump this one and set it back to Harms. And here comes Pine Creek setting it up to Nelson. They're going to call a double hit. Abby Wibbles.
You know, that's a tough call. You really have to have a good eye if you're one of these officials to see that it's just not quite the same. You know, you're hitting it twice.
Kennedy Garnhart with the serve. Sends it over. Jin sets it up. Atkins back to Avery Nelson. Blocked right back at her, and there's a block. A double block right there by Endy and Elsner.
Great job at the net. That's the second block of the night from Indy.
Garnhart again with a serve, 15-11. Tries to short serve it over and just hits it into the net, and Kennedy Garnhart does not do that very often.
No, she doesn't, but I like the fact that she's trying to mix it up. It's not always the deep serve with a lot of heat on it. That one tried to drop in there, just came up a little bit short.
So now it's Avery Nelson's turn, and that's the first service error for Pine Creek tonight. And it's 16-12.
Substitution in for the Lancers, number 8, Caitlin Kinder back in, senior outside hitter. We're back to action.
Nelson digs that one, but right at the net is Erin Endy to put it right back over for the kill.
Third block of the night for Indy. Take another look at this one. She really didn't even have to get up that high. Right down, served up on a platter for her for the point for Liberty.
Erin Endy with a good heads-up play there. Blunt takes the serve, sets it up. Jin on the outside. That is why Lindsey Jin was a Division I signee.
You're not going to stop that too many times when you get to wind up and swing like that. Great look by Jin.
Lauren Blunt now serving for Pine Creek, up 17-13. And that goes off of Caitlin Kinder and out, and it's a service ace for the libero.
Take another look. Nice floater over the net. Arms just a little uneven by Kinder, and that caused that ball to go into the stands.
Blunt's second ace of the night. She's had 25 on the season. Holy cow, there's Jin again. Lindsey Jin has come to play tonight.
Fourth block, but watch this one set up beautiful. She didn't even wait. It was right over the top one time, and that's a big, big hit for Jin.
19-13 here.
That's
another ace for Lauren Blunt. That makes it 20-13, and we just heard, Vince, that Rampart leads against Coronado 28-27 in the first set. That is going to be a heck of a match.
Great volleyball action tonight in the Metro League. Good action here. Another good serve by Blunt. This one drops in, and that stops that streak for Pine Creek. That's just what the doctor ordered for the Lancers.
Aaron Endy getting a beautiful short set there from Garnhart to put it over and stop the run by Pine Creek. Gets a good side out here, and we'll see if they can do any damage. Shea Hagler comes in to serve for Liberty.
Good
nice
short serve.
Jin plays it to the back row. What a shot by Lindsey Jin, who has come to really play tonight. She's focused.
She's putting on a show. People think she's going to wind up for the spike, but no. You place that right next to the corner there, that 90-degree angle. You're not going to stop that if you're Liberty.
21-14. There's a shot. It's out for the serve. 21-15 now, as Lancers really need to do something now to get back into this set, Vince.
They'll try that right now with a substitution. Nikel Kirkus comes in to serve for the Lancers.
Kirkus, nice hard serve. Wibbles handles it. They get it over to Vendel, and she hits it home. Another kill for the Eagles, the first of the night for Juliet Vendel.
I think you'll see this come off the fingertips of the Lancers. Tip ball. Absolutely.
22-15. Jin serves again. This one just off the net. She'll take it. That is an ace for Lindsey Jin, her 27th of the season, first of the night.
So we've seen an ace. We've seen a nice set for a point, and we've seen several big kills from Jin. She's just the all-around player.
Jin sends it. Garnhart this time sets it up to the outside. Nice block there by Valentine to get it over, and they give the point to the Lancers. A lift is called on Pine Creek.
Take another look here. Vendel called with that lift. She had a little look of disbelief on her face. Nevertheless, the Eagles still up 23-16.
Haley Boutwell, who had that kill try, comes out of the game, and in comes Morgan Childs, who will serve for the Lancers. Down 23-16. They need to make a run here. Gets it over. Atkins goes outside to Nelson. Nelson pushes it down the line, but it's out. Yes, it's in.
Nice job of directing that ball by Avery Nelson. As you'll see, just a little push shot, and it does land in. Great touch by Nelson.
24-16, serving for the match there, and it comes to Valentine, blocked right back at her. This one's over, blocked by Valentine. Pine Creek now sets up Nelson on the outside. She gets the kill, and Pine Creek gets the first set win, 25-16. They made that really look easy, Vince.
They really did. Quick first set as the Eagles take this one in convincing fashion. And I think, Brian, that goes back to the warm-up. They really came in here tonight focused, not a lot of smiling. They know there's a lot at stake, and it was evident in that first set.
Yep, but right now, Rampart took the first set 29-27 over Coronado. So if that holds up, Rampart will be the Colorado Springs Metro League winners. So Pine Creek playing for second place at the moment. Plenty more to happen tonight here in volleyball, and especially here at Liberty High School. We'll be back with set number 2 right after this on 20 TV. Welcome back into Liberty High School, where Pine Creek took set number 1 against the Lancers. We told you Pine Creek 4-1 in the Colorado Springs Metro League. Liberty 3-2. We'll see if the Lancers can rebound here in set number 2 on their home court.
Both coaches really animated there during that timeout break, trying to, on one side of it, get their team back in it. The other side of it, co-head coaches Shelley Lockwood and Paul Waring, even out on the coach right up to the last horn, saying, this is what has to be done. And again, the focus has been there so far for the Eagles.
Well, let's see what they're doing. Kennedy Garnhart plays it right there. Beautiful little dink by Kennedy Garnhart. Give her the kill on the night on that one.
Little misdirection, little sneak up there. Look to set it, but no, the right hand just goes over, catches the Eagles off guard, and that's the first point of the match, or the set, for Liberty.
That was Gabby Valdez in the game for Pine Creek, who's in there now along with Maddie Atkins. We might see a 4-2 here. Garnhart sets up the middle. Aaron Endy puts it home. Another kill for the big junior.
All set up again by the set. Look at that. Doesn't even move. Perfect height on that set. Indy just really has to time the jump and sets it down in a big way.
Jordan Valentine to serve it over. Nelson gets it to Valdez. Coming out on the outside to Atkins. And that's a call into the net on Kennedy Garnhart. So Pine Creek gets the point. So they're using Maddie Atkins now on the outside as a hitter. Avery Nelson. Nice serve out of bounds. Tried to paint the corner. Got it a little bit too far. So Kennedy Garnhart will serve again, and in comes Sophie Lewis for Nikel Kirkus. Garnhart to serve.
First in the conference in aces is Garnhart.
Wibbles gets it over. This one comes back. Jin plays it up. Valdez back to Jin. Serves it up and good down. A nice kill once again for Lindsey Jin.
5 kills so far tonight for Jin, as she is putting on a clinic for the team in navy and white.
It felt like Liberty was starting to get a little bit of momentum there. And then Lindsey Jin. How many times are we going to say her name tonight? This is Abby Wibbles with the serve. Nice jump serve. Harms handles it. Elsner sets it up for Lewis. Comes back to Endy. She hits it over. Avery Nelson gets it back. They just keep putting it in the face of the Eagles. The Eagles up to the challenge. Lindsey Jin sends it to the back. Harms, there's Garnhart setting up Endy. Oh, just pushed it too far out, and that gives the Eagles a point. We're tied at 3.
That was a great rally there. Shame that somebody had to lose this point, but as you see, the ball just goes a little bit wide. Good point that time again by the Eagles, who have back in it and tied this one up.
And that serve out by Abby Wibbles gives the Lancers the side out. And back into the game for Liberty comes Haley Boutwell. Out Morgan Childs. And this is Keita Elsner to serve. High arcing serve. Nelson handles it easily. Valdez sets up on the outside. Vendel, and she gets the kill.
Nice kill, nice set by Vendel. Might have gone long, but they just couldn't take the chance. Could the Lancers, as that one had a lot of heat on it. It's really tough to tell.
That's what you got to do in the back rows. Figure that out. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Let's put it that way.
No doubt about
sets
that.
up Endy. This one out as well. And Endy talks to Garnhart right there. Both of them, I believe Endy said that was a good set. That was just my bad.
Communication between your setter and your outside hitters is pivotal at any level of volleyball. And Garnhart, one of the best in the league in doing that, so it's good to see the two communicating.
Garnhart sets up Endy. Handled there. Now Blunt sets it up on the other side for Atkins, and she gets a back row attack to go in, and it's a 2-point lead for the Eagles.
You'll see here, hand comes up. Lancers may have been best to let that one go, but again, it's just such a fast game. It's hard to tell, and this serve will go long, giving another point right back to the Lancers at 6-5 now. Pine Creek ahead in this match.
Maddie Atkins, another service error for Pine Creek. We'll see if the Lancers can get a run. Need to get a run. Maddie Harms sends it over. Blunt plays it. Atkins sets it up for Jin. Blocked, but out. That gives Lindsey Jin another kill.
Really good block that time from Grace from Jordan Valentine. Just a little too hard though, and does cross that sideline.
7-5, Jin serving. Into the net. Another service error. That's the third of the night for Pine Creek.
Second of this set. Those are just free points for the Lancers.
Mikkel Kirkus comes in to serve for Sophie Lewis. Sends it over. Avery Nelson plays it. Back to Nelson for the kill. Big time swing for Avery Nelson.
She was set up absolutely perfectly on that. As you can see, her whole head above the net, and that was no chance on the block for Nicole Kirkus.
Vendel with the serve now. Harms plays it. Garnhart sends it back to Elsner, who plays it over. Now on the outside into the net. That's 4 hits. That's a point for the Lancers. That ball never went over, and it was Pine Creek's Halston Sombers who hit that into the net.
Lancers, crowd coming alive here as that spike is long off the hands of Nelson, and this match is tied at 8 apiece.
Just like that, the Lancers back into this thing, and with the serve, Morgan Childs, we'll see if the Lancers can keep this run going. Long serve, Blunt handles it. Atkins sets up Avery Nelson. Nice dig. Big dig. Come over to Keita Elsner. Elsner sets it over, and here comes Atkins again. This time she'll go back to the other side. A job by Valentine, but she sends it out. That's several times now. We've seen the hitters for Liberty trying to be tricky, trying to go to the side and just hitting it too far.
You can see again a really nice job of setting that ball, but a little too strong by Valentine. Sometimes I think that court looks bigger than it is. You have that perfect set and you just try and be a little too perfect with it.
Gabby Valdez gets the 4th service error for Pine Creek. They are really keeping Liberty in this game with service errors. 3 here in set number 2.
Absolutely, Brian.
Jordan Valentine now. Over to Blunt. Gabby Valdez back in, setting this one up for Nelson. Wow.
Nelson again with the big kill. She's on fire right now. Lancers had a chance at this one. Good position by Liberty. They just could not get quite underneath that to elevate that ball.
Avery Nelson did a great job hitting outside of that block. Garnhart sets up Elsner. Now Gabby Valdez this time goes to Jin. Jin blocked right back at her by Endy. In the middle, they can't stop that one. Abby Wibbles gets the kill.
Nice job of working that ball around from back to front for the Lancers. The set perfect by Valdez, and then Wibbles finishes it off.
11-9 now, Pine Creek trying to extend the lead here in set number 2. They've already won the first set. Kennedy Garnhart sets up. Harms has to just hit it over. Free ball for Pine Creek, and they set it up for a back row attack. And Avery Nelson, not sure if the set wasn't high enough, but she couldn't get it over the net.
She really tried to hit that one from a great distance from the net. Did not judge that angle quite right, and that one had no chance as it was buried into the bottom of the net.
So now Kennedy Garnhart to serve, trying to get the Lancers back to even. Nice serve across. Comes back over the net, though, off of Lauren Blunt, and the Lancers weren't ready for it. It went right to the ground.
No, Lancers caught a little bit off guard, thinking that that ball was just going to be set at the net for the kill, but it just squeaked over the net and found that empty spot on the floor.
Wibbles with the serve now. Garnhart sets up Endy. It's blocked, punched over by Elsner, and a win. A point for the Lancers.
Great quick hands by Elsner. Watch here, ball off the net, bam. Just gets a hand up there, finds the court, and a point for Liberty.
Haley Boutwell back into the game. Elsner to serve. Goes back row. Valdez. Jin got that kill. 13-11.
I don't know if you're going to see it here on the replay or not, but look at the vision from Jin. Watch her eyes. Just look around the court. She knows that she's going up exactly that vision where she wants to put that right down the sideline and in.
Lindsey Jin. 13-11. There's a serve by Atkins. This sets up Boutwell on the outside, but she hits it out just wide. 14-11 now, Pine Creek.
Liberty had a great chance there, but as you said, you'll see this one just go wide. Wide open court, big gap there, just couldn't find it. Another point Pine Creek, and we've got a timeout.
Yeah, Ashley Allman called the timeout. Here's a good look at the Pine Creek huddle, but I'm more interested, Vince, in what Ashley Allman's telling her team. A big key timeout here. You've lost the first set. You're down 3, 14-11, basically the middle of the second set. Liberty's got to do something here.
Well, I think what she needs to tell her team is that the first half of this set, they were in it. They were doing everything right. They really worked the ball. Garnhart was setting it perfectly to Valentine. But I think in the last few points, they've tried to get cute. They've really tried to place the ball instead of just hitting it. There's a little bit too much thought process going on there. I need to hit this perfect shot. I need to place it here. No, you just need to put it in play. Volleyball is a game of bounces and inches. You play smart, and you will get the points.
Got to agree with you there. The Lancers trying to play a little more finesse game,
right.
Whereas Pine Creek with Nelson and Jin, they're just swinging away. And I think maybe that's what Ashley Allman told her team. Hey, let's swing away too.
Absolutely. What do you have to lose at this point in time? You're down a set. You're in the second set. You're down 3 points. Just play.
Maddie Atkins will serve it up for Pine Creek. Nice jump serve on the back row, handled by Harms. Garnhart has to chase it down. Free ball on the block right in the middle by Vendel.
Great block, great anticipation by Vendel, as you will see her get up, time her jump perfectly. Good hustle by the Lancers, but just too many blue shirts at the net.
Atkins sends it, might have been long. Harms plays it. Boutwell has to send it, and Garnhart will send it over. Free ball for Pine Creek. They set up the offense. The middle, Vendel. And a nice dig on the other side by the Lancers. There's more of a finesse play by Endy, but Pine Creek comes right back. Lindsey Jin hits it over. The Lancers come back. Boutwell again on the outside. That's going to be 4 hits as that one went into the net, and suddenly it's 16-11.
Well, Liberty came out, and they're not holding anything back. That was a really good rally, one of the best of the second set by both of these teams, but just an error into the net cost them 1 more point.
Atkins with the serve. Garnhart this time sets up Endy on the outside. There it is. That's what we said. Swing away. Forget the finesse stuff. And Aaron Endy swings at that one and gets a kill.
Endy's been really good on the defensive side tonight with 4 blocks, but now she comes back with the big swing and the big kill as Lancers get a much-needed point right there.
16-12. They've got to get it going now. Maddie Harms gets a nice cheer out from the crowd. Sets up Atkins and Jin, and that's in. Jin. The kill is in.
What a tandem there. As you see the great behind set, not even looking, and Jen knows exactly where she's going with that one and puts it in. Perfect placement.
Tough to handle. Then she's get the serve. Look at that serve right over the net. Boutwell handles it. She'll have to attack from the back right there. That was blocked by Vendel, but Jordan Valentine there for the Lancers to get it right back over.
Good anticipation by Valentine. 2 Eagles just will look at this one, fall in between them. Not a lot of communication by Pine Creek. Service side out, Liberty.
Nikel Kirkus serves it up. Atkins sets up Nelson. She goes down the line, and they're saying it's out. Nelson shot. Let's watch it again. It was very close.
Little cross. That ball was out. Good call by our officials here tonight. Joan Powell right in front of us and both side officials. And a great block by...
Nope. Jordan Valentine was into the net. You mentioned Joan Powell. She made that call as well. You'll see here Jordan Valentine touches that top tape, and you can't do that. 18-14, Pine Creek. Kennedy Valentine and Jordan.
Oh, good dig.
Jordan Valentine again. 2 hits. 2 good digs, though. Vendel hits it over. Garnhart sends this one, and you knew what that was going to happen as Abby Wibbles hit the tape.
Yep.
And they call it. Good call by Joan Powell. The Lancers really needed that call. 18-15.
Very impressed with the officiating tonight. As you can see, they really have been on top of their game. And that's what you like to see at any level, that these officials are well-trained. They're into the game. So far tonight, really have called a really good game.
Blunt handles this one. It goes off the net at the top of the gym. Lindsey Jin has to play it. Garnhart sets up Valentine. She goes deep. Atkins was there. Now it's Avery Nelson's turn. What a dig on the other side by the Lancers. They got to keep this one alive. They do so. Kirkus hits it over. Lindsey Jin plays it. Atkins goes back to Wibbles. Wibbles somehow gets it over. Garnhart now sets up Elsner on the outside. And that one is out. Wow, that was a tough one by Elsner. Just a bit too far. 19-15.
Looked like that one might have been tipped, but we'll see here a closer look. Too hard to tell, but that ball definitely did cross the inline. But a great rally and way to keep that going by the Lancers.
Good job by the 20 TV staff. The cameramen here doing a great job tonight, showing us those lines. Ooh, miscommunication there. As Garnhart ran into Childs. This is Avery Nelson.
Ryan, you're not going to stop that too many times. She is hitting that ball straight down. Watch this. It's like a dunk in basketball. That's what, 8 feet from the net that ball hit the floor? You're not going to stop that all that often.
And another timeout called by the Liberty Lancers. Will keep it right here as they find themselves down 20-15. Pine Creek, there's Shelly Lockwood on the left side of your screen talking to her team here. And what are you saying if you're Pine Creek? Because you've got the momentum right now, but you really don't want to lose it.
Well, you go back to the keys of the game where they talked about coming together as a team, playing team volleyball. Again, this is now just the 4th match that Coach Lockwood and Coach Waring have had control of this team. So they've changed a lot. You talked about it in the pregame about the 2-setters as opposed to the 1-setter. They're trying different things, different combinations. I also think they've been very focused. And sometimes when you go through a coaching change in the middle of the year, that just inspires your girls to play that much harder. There's a lot on the line here for Pine Creek as they go into the conference and state tournament, and that's evident tonight. And I think that's what Coach Lockwood and Coach Waring are telling their girls. Look, you're 5 points away from a sweep tonight. You're getting better, you're getting better. Keep it going.
There's Coach Waring as we talked about him. 5 points away from taking set 2, 20-15. Gabby Valdez serves it just off the tape. A nice dig by the Lancers. Elsner will play it.
Oh.
Here goes the back row. Nice job.
That was a great shot.
Akita Elsner.
Really good anticipation and placement as you'll see Elsner just reach up over the net, out of the reach of Jen, and a point for Liberty.
Jordan Valentine now with the serve. Goes to the back corner. Nelson is there. Valdez sets up Nelson again. This one is off the block and out. 21-16. Pine Creek now will try and serve this one out. Avery Nelson goes back to serve. Nelson has 20 aces of her own right, but this one she serves long. That's the 5th service error for Pine Creek tonight. There's a good look at Kennedy Garnhart, who will now be serving for the Lancers, and boy, they need her to come up with a nice run here.
Well, as we mentioned, she is first in the conference in aces, and wouldn't it be nice to have a couple of those right now if you're a Liberty Lancer?
Ooh, just long by Kennedy Garnhart. I thought maybe she had painted that back line, but that gives Pine Creek another point, 22-17 now, and it'll be Abby Wibbles serving for the Eagles.
That was close.
Wibbles, Harms handles it. Garnhart sets up Sophie Lewis. She goes dink with it. Jen right there. Valdez sets it up on the outside for Maddie Atkins, and that one's down, and it's now 23-17. Pine Creek looking to close out set 2.
Just look at how fluent the Eagles were there. Just the bump, set, spike. I know that's cliche volleyball, but that was volleyball 101 to a T right there.
Wibbles, short serve this time. That's handled by Endy. Garnhart sends it over to Elsner. Blocked! Right back at her by Lindsay Jin. Check it out here again.
Second block of the night for Jen, and she just anticipates that beautifully. Nothing the Lancers can do there. 1 point away from taking the set.
24-17. Wibbles, a floating serve, gets it over. Garnhart sets up Endy on the outside. Pine Creek gets right back there. Valdez to Maddie Atkins. They're going to call a double hit on Valdez, and it's 24-18. And the Lancers get the side out. Now they need a run.
Yes, they do. Down 24-18. Serving will be Keita Elsner. 12 aces on the year.
Oh, nice attack on 2 by Valdez. And that is a point that wins the set for Pine Creek. 25-18. They won the first one 25-16. Look at that attack right there. Great job by Gabby Valdez as she gets the point, and Pine Creek has now won 2 straight sets.
Well, they're really doing a great job of mixing it up. You'll see the kill shot, you'll see the touch shot, and right there, that was kind of the misconception shot where they just put it in a place where the Lancers were not at.
Great job by Pine Creek. They lead this one 2-0. We'll come back for set number 3 here at Liberty High School right after this on 20 TV. Welcome back into Liberty High School, where the Lancers find themselves down 2-0 to Pine Creek. Pine Creek, as we mentioned before the game, Vince, right in the race for the Colorado Springs Metro League. However, we told you that Rampart's playing Coronado tonight, and Rampart has taken the first 2 sets against the Cougars, so they're on their way to 6-0 in conference.
Eagles are taking care of business here at Liberty High School. They were hopeful, if they were scoreboard watching at all, that Coronado would come up big tonight. So far, does not look like that is going to happen.
However, they would be alone in win this tonight, and Coronado loses. Coronado would fall to 4-2, and they would be in third place. Pine Creek would be 5-1. Rampart 6-0. That again, if everything holds up. But we know volleyball, and you got to win 3 sets.
Yep, absolutely right, Brian. And in between the second and third set here, on the Pine Creek side of things, the girls pretty much taking care of business themselves. They huddled up, talked about strategy. Coaches left them alone. Let them do their thing. Hey, they're playing good right now. Why change it if it's not broken?
Yeah, we've seen Pine Creek play a couple times here on 20 TV this year. We saw them beat Rampart. They lost 3-1 to Rampart. They beat Rampart soundly in set number 1, but then fell apart in sets 2, 3, and 4.
Good look there.
If they fall apart in these next 3 sets, they'll lose to Liberty, but we'll see. The Lancers got their work cut out for them as Kenny Garnhart with the serve. Indy couldn't get it over.
Tough break, as you said, for the Lancers there. Had a perfect shot teed up, but just goes into the net. First point of the match goes to the Eagles.
Set number 3, the Eagles will just as soon win this one to get the sweep. We'll see, though. Gabby Valdez tries to go to the back. Elsner plays it, gets it to Sophie Lewis. She hits it long, and now it's 2-0 Eagles. I'll remind you, the Lancers had the early lead in the last set.
That's the beauty of sports. You just never know.
Got to play it. Gabby Valdez back in there. Her and Atkins on the floor again in this set. Valdez did not play in set number 1. Elsner plays it. Jin has to play it. Good job by Wibbles to get it over. Comes back out to Elsner, and it's long and out again by Keita Elsner. 3-0 Pine Creek.
Well, we talked about the Lancers just coming out and swinging for it, and they're doing that, and they're just missing. This could very well be a 2-2, 3-1, or match for the Lancers. Just this ball is going out by a smidge.
Kennedy Garnhart sets it up to Elsner. Good job by Valdez there. Maddie Atkins sets up Avery Nelson. Say it with emphasis, just like her swings on the outside have been tonight. 4-0 Pine Creek.
Coach Waring out on the court talking to his ladies. Good job of serving here by Gabby Valdez.
Sends it over. Kennedy Garnhart gets it outside. Endy this time. It's a kill for Aaron Endy.
Good set, good spike. Finished that one nicely. No chance at all for the Eagles as this one goes out of bounds off the arms of the Eagle defender.
Keita Elsner now to serve it up. Down 3 points here. Lauren Blunt to Valdez. Middle of the pack for Maddie Atkins. Kennedy Garnhart sets up Endy. This one is in. And Aaron Endy starting to heat up a little bit in the middle there for the Lancers.
We talked about in set number 2 how well the Eagles were working that offense. That was a perfect job of communication by the Lancers to score that point.
Eagles overcome the short serve and get it back. And again, it's Endy on the inside. Maddie Atkins able to handle that one, though. And they'll go to Jin just over to Endy, and they're going to get her for a lift on that one. And it's 5-2 Pine Creek. And into the game for Pine Creek, Grace Wilkinson is up to come in. And Joan Powell checking things. Paul Waring letting him know what's going on. Avery Nelson will get a little bit of a rest as Wilkinson comes in and Vendel comes out along with Nelson.
Freshman into the game for Pine Creek. That was Grace Wilkinson. Just a freshman, the only freshman. I guess I'll check that. There's 2 freshmen on the roster for Pine Creek. So they are a loaded upperclassmen team. Nice to see some of those younger players getting a chance here.
Harms with the serve. Valdez right at the net. Gets it to Atkins. This is Garnhart setting up Boutwell, and she hits it into the net, and that's a tough play for the Lancers.
Good set. Just a little short on the big swing as you see it go right into the middle of the net.
She almost mistimed that a little bit, hit the ball underneath the ball instead of getting her hand fully over it. So Wibbles now serves for Pine Creek, up 6-3. Boutwell plays it. Elsner gets it back to Boutwell. She'll send it to the side. Good job by Wilkinson there. Now to get it to Jen. Block back at her. She keeps it alive. Valdez hits it long, and it goes off of Harms and out. Good job by Gabby Valdez to send that one over the net.
Really good job of that, and a tough break there for Maddie Harms. Had a great position, just didn't get her hands up quite quick enough.
And our photographers, Adam Parker and Adam Drake, two Adams on the end lines here, seeing a lot of balls coming at them. Dangerous out there, gentlemen. Underneath the net on Liberty, and another point for Pine Creek, and it's 8-3.
Eagles on a bit of a roll here as Wibbles walks back to serve again for Pine Creek.
It's a tough night for the Liberty Lancers. Wibbles, strong serve, gets over and down, 9-3.
Not much you can do. When that hits the top of the tape, it really changes the rotation and the trajectory of that ball. So if you're trying to defend that serve, good luck with that. Not a lot you can do.
Vince, you mentioned the Liberty Lancer fans as we look at her, Ashley Allman and her team, talking to her team right now. But there's a good crowd of Pine Creek fans here tonight too, and they were starting to get rowdy a little bit ago. I think they got told to hold off on it a little bit, but they've got every right to get excited so far, up 2 sets and 9-3 in the third.
What I really like to see, and it went away for a while here in Colorado Springs and around the country, but that school spirit, seeing kids engaged in their school, taking an interest in it, that's what it's all about. I know we're a little bit older. We go back a ways, but you remember back in the day, the whole school was there supporting you. It was loud in those gyms. You had cheers. And to see Pine Creek getting excited and to see the Lancer Nation behind us, that's what you're going to remember about your high school experiences.
Yeah, you remember in Green Mountain High School, the entire stand screaming, Greg, go, right?
Yeah, to get off the bench.
Abby Wibbles, a tough service error. Not what Pine Creek needed right there. That gives the Lancers a little bit of hope with the side out, down 5 at 9-4.
Maybe the break that the Lancers needed here.
Nikel Kirkus back in the game. The Lancer faithful have not sat down all day. Valdez gets it outside to Atkins. Nice job by Wibbles to keep that one alive. Get it to Jen. And a good job by Kirkus to play that one. Elsner plays it from the back row. Jen gets set up again. This time goes off the block and down. 10-4, good buddy. Pine Creek has the lead here in the third.
It's just so easy. Just the nice two-step jump. Picks her spot. 10-4, Eagles.
Atkins with the serve. Garnhart sets up Boutwell off the block and out, and that'll give the Lancers a point. 10-5.
Good spike that time by Liberty, and they just goes off the hands of the Pine Creek defender.
Haley Boutwell, a junior that's not as talked about as Endy and Valentine and Elsner, but she's had her fair share of kills today as well. Joan Powell talking to Shelley Lockwood. Not sure exactly what about. Jen, that one actually went off the tape. And that's another point for the Lancers.
I would see some spirit there, some energy, some life for Liberty as they've scored the last couple of points to claw their way back into this set. Down just 4 now, and now 5 with that unforced error.
That's a tough one there as the Lancers send it into the net. 11-6. Lindsey Jen now will serve. Wilkinson comes out. You got Vendel in there along with Sombers in the middle. That's Vendel hitting it up to Avery Nelson on the outside. The Lancers play it. Garnhart comes across to Elsner. Blocked but down on the Pine Creek side. That is a Lancer point. 11-7.
Powerful swing by Elsner. Not able to handle it is number 12, Sombers, for the Eagles.
So now Jordan Valentine trying to get a run together for the Lancers.
Big
nice serve. Atkins to Nelson. Big swing on the outside. It's going to have to play off the roof, and Garnhart couldn't handle it, but it goes over. This could be the moment that Liberty needed. Nelson plays it, but Avery Nelson just took all the wind out of the sails of the Lancers with that one.
Really did. Great job of playing it off the rafters. It looked like a pinball up there. They need to call that shot, but then Nelson, as you said, took the wind out of their sails, but they give it right back with another unforced serve into net by Pine Creek.
8 service errors tonight for the Eagles, but they've been able to overcome it.
Lancers with their ace back on the line to serve.
Kennedy Garnhart.
Garnhart.
And it goes well this way as Aaron Endy able to get up there and just slam that one down back into the Eagles. 12-9.
The initial block or the set by Pine Creek a little bit too strong. Just served that one up there on a platter for Indy, and she finished it off.
And I think both Adams are getting a little bit itchy down there, playing these balls coming right at their cameras. Another block by Indy. Aaron Endy starting to heat up again. I said that in the middle of the second set. They really need her to come alive right now.
She is responding, and a good job of serving. The last 2 serves have been very powerful by Garnhart. This one again to Jin.
Atkins sets up Jin. She'll go from there, and it's out. 12-11. The Lancers climbed right back into this one.
Absolutely. And it starts with the service of the one of the top servers in the conference. And we have a timeout.
It was a good look, and that was very close to being in. 12-11 now. Ashley Ullman, her team is starting to get excited. There you see Gabby Monteleone, who was one of the star players on this Lancer team in the middle there, number 2. She is not playing. She was injured earlier this year, and they miss her, but she's trying to fire them up. And Ashley's telling her team, we are right in this game.
No doubt about it. And you saw number 10 there. That's Erin Indy. You talked about her coming alive. She has been an integral points for these Lancers, and she was leading the team cheer coming off the court. All the momentum right now in the last few seconds has gone to Liberty. See if they can't continue that here late in this third set.
There's a look at Pine Creek as they tried to rally here. They called the timeout because the momentum obviously has shifted to the Lancers. And here we go. Who you wanted to be serving at this point in the match. If you're down, Liberty's down, they really need to get going. And here the Pine Creek faithful getting excited over there, up 2 sets. Nice serve.
There's the serve. That's what we have been waiting for all match. Ace, 47th of the year for Garnhart.
Garnhart saw a hole right there, knew exactly where to serve that one, and this set is tied at 12 apiece. Jin handles this one. Maddie Atkins goes outside. Avery Nelson. Just keep it alive. Garnhart to Elsner. She hits that one out, and Pine Creek gets a huge side out right there.
Well, if you're a Pine Creek fan, you are now breathing a sigh of relief because Garnhart's done serving there. They reeled off 4 straight points to tie up this match.
Gabby Valdez back in to serve for Pine Creek. A short serve handled over there. Garnhart sets up Sophie Lewis. That one's in. And you could just feel the energy inside this high school. Their fans are starting to believe, and the team is starting to come alive.
Both sides. Once Liberty starts cheering, then Pine Creek will cheer louder. When Pine Creek cheers louder, then you hear the Liberty fans. It's a great atmosphere in here right now.
That's what District 20 sports is all about. Nice bump. Maddie Atkins sends this one out, and the Lancers have the lead at 14-13 here in set 3.
A little bit of confusion on the Eagles side. Are they going to call it for the Eagles?
They did call it for the Eagles. They said it was off the tip. My bad. They'll have to change that on the scoreboard. Joan Powell holding things up and coming back and telling the scorekeeper over here that will go to the Eagles.
Here, take another look at it. Was that ball tipped? It might have been.
That's what the officials call.
I think it was.
That's an Eagle point, 14-13.
Again, great job from our District 20 TV crew. Bringing you that action.
Back in there's a freshman. Endy with a nice hit. She puts it down, 14-14, and there's a point where instead of swinging, she had to go finesse because she saw the hole in the middle of the defense.
No doubt about it, and she's been big with the spikes. Great job of switching things up. Caught the Eagles a bit flat-footed.
One plays that one, wibbles over to Jin. Jin goes deep handled by Elsner. Garnhart to Boutwell, and that one is in. Haley Boutwell with a big kill for the Lancers.
Lancers have found their rhythm on the spikes. They are in. Earlier in that second set, everything was going long. They have found the rhythm. Everything's falling in now for Liberty.
Maddie Harms hits it. Blunt gets it to Valdez. Bang! Big hit by Abby Wibbles, but she was, nope. They're saying Liberty Lancers were into the net.
Take another look. Couldn't quite tell on that angle. Looked like both teams equally close to that net.
Abby Wibbles. This one to Valentine, but it's handled by Pine Creek. Get it to Gin on the side. Dink. Garnhart's there. Come back this side to Elsner. Nelson plays it on the back row. Valdez sets up Adkins. She plays it. They have to get it over. Adkins hits it over. Harms plays it. Now to Garnhart. Jordan Valentine tips it, but Pine Creek keeps it alive. Lindsey Gin on the outside.
Wow.
And Pine Creek has certainly answered right here with that huge rally. The Lancers, you thought were going to get that point, but Pine Creek came back and was able to set up Gin.
You don't even really have to talk about that. Just watch the replay to see how remarkable the placement of those shots are.
Wibbles sends it to Elsner. Garnhart in the middle, gets it to Valentine, played by Valdez. Gin can play this one, got it again. Lindsey Gin is on fire. 17-15.
At last count, that is 9 blocks, and I'm sure I may have missed a couple of those on those.
Good job by Lindsey Gin, 9 kills. Abby Wibbles sends it over. Garnhart outside to Boutwell. She goes off the block and down. That's going to be a Lancer point exactly when they needed it. 17-16. And Vince, I'll be honest with you, this third set, the way they're playing right now is kind of what I expected the entire match.
I agree with you. It took the Lancers a couple of sets to wake up, but everything they're doing, and they're getting it from all different players. That's Boutwell, the junior's second kill here in just this set.
Valdez, Gin. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if they can keep getting their offense set up, and by they I mean the Pine Creek Eagles, and they keep setting it up to Lindsey Gin, and Gin keeps hitting it at the Adams, Parker, and Drake running our cameras down there.
Adams squared.
Yeah, the Lancers are in trouble. Garnhart to Boutwell, off the block, stays alive. Garnhart again sets it up, this time in the back row to Elsner. We'll come back across to Gin, Lindsey Gin. That's who it's about tonight, 19-16 and a 3-point lead for Pine Creek.
When you are hot and your teammates recognize that, do you just keep going back into the well until they stop you?
Boy, I mean, I think it's good in any sport. I mean, you
Absolutely.
talk about any sport we play, but especially in volleyball, when you've got an outside hitter that's on fire, if I'm a setter, I'm going to go to that hitter every single time until they stop it.
I think that's what you're going to see more of the Eagles do here, up 3 here in this third set. And you can probably hear behind us. There you can see the Pine Creek crowd. Now you can see the Liberty crowd. Great job of shooting this. It feels like there's an earthquake in here.
Yeah, both teams. That's the Pine Creek. Pine Creek probably outnumbered, but just as boisterous as the Lancers. And I believe this is a cheer that the schools start when you're late in the third set. 2 sets have been won, and they will continue this cheer throughout the entire rest of this game.
Well, I like it. I really do like it. As much fun as I have when watching the volleyball game, this is cool. Makes me want to go back to high school again.
Maddie Atkins will serve for Pine Creek with a 3-point lead, trying to close this one out here in set number 3. Atkins sends it over. Harms plays it. Garnhart sets up Boutwell. She'll go to the side. Nice dig over there by Wibbles, and Gin again. It's coming at you, Greco.
I had that one, Brian. I had it. We talked about it in the break. Why would you go away from that? It continues to work.
Good job once again by Lindsey Gin, and it's a 4-point lead now for Pine Creek. Maddie Atkins. It's a nice serve over. Garnhart, though, sets up Boutwell. That goes into the net, 21-16 now. The Lancers really in trouble here. They've got to get a side out.
Pine Creek turning it up a notch here. Maybe they're feeding off the energy of the crowd as well. That one's going long.
Atkins, though, the 9th service error for Pine Creek. Really the only problem with the Eagles game tonight has been the service errors.
It really has. There has not been too many other flaws. They've been great working the kills. dinking it in when they've had to, and really strong at the net as well.
Morgan Childs sends it over. Lindsey Jin plays it. Atkins back to Jin. Jin. Now Garnhart blocked in the middle by Juliet Vendel.
Take another look at this. Just perfectly timed, up and back into the Lancers
Jordan
front line.
Valentine hit it right into the block that time. Lindsey Jin with the serve. Sends it over. Another setup for Elsner, and this one goes off the block and down, and the Lancers get that point. But they're only getting 1 point at a time, and at this point, you can't trade points.
Nope.
If you want to get back into this game.
Got to make a run. Valentine will try and do that right here for the Lancers with the serve.
Jordan Valentine sends it long. Only the 5th service error for Liberty tonight, but that's a tough one.
It really is. If you're going to lose a point, you want to lose it on the court, not by a service error into the net or serving it long.
Vendel sets this one. Garnhart sets up Elsner on the outside. She pushes it deep and in. Good shot by Keita Elsner. She went to the back corner and found it.
Take a close look at how close this one is. Great shot there from our inline camera, Adam Parker.
He was just happy she didn't spike it at him again. Kennedy Garnhart goes long on the serve. Maddie Atkins sets up Avery Nelson.
See her switch up, go to the left hand there?
She did. This comes over, diving on the floor. Nelson and Blunt sets up Jin. Harms gets this one to Elsner. She'll play it over to Lewis. Lewis just gives a free ball up to Pine Creek. They'll go outside. That may have been long, but Harms played it. Garnhart to Elsner. Elsner goes, and Jin and Blunt got a little miscommunication there, and that'll give the point to Liberty, and the Lancers stay alive at 23-20.
There you see the two of them not talking very well. Ball falls right between them, and back to Garnhart. Anything can happen now.
23-20. She sends it over. And Abby Wibbles.
Oh, good dig.
Gets it over there. There's a block and another point for the Lancers.
Good big hit there by Morgan Child, or by Maddie Harms. Take another look there. It goes off the hands. Pine Creek saying we need just 2 more points, 2 more points.
23-21. Garnhart. Nice short serve. Jin there to handle it. Atkins sets up Wibbles. She goes over. Lancers going to have to get this one back over on 3. They do. Blunt plays up Atkins. She'll go outside to Nelson. Big hit. The Lancers again. Elsner this time to Jin. They'll set it up. Atkins comes back. A little tip. Lancers play it easily to Endy. Endy with a little tip. Nelson plays it. Atkins back to Nelson. She'll go deep, but the Lancers are there. Garnhart sets up Sophie Lewis. Now Jin. Atkins in the center to Wibbles. Lancers there, and another job. Great job by Halston Sombers, the junior, who comes up and finally puts that one away, and Pine Creek gets the score. Ashley Allman wanted to make sure about the call. She is satisfied, and Pine Creek, Gabby Valdez serving for the win. Right here, they'll have 3 chances to close this one out.
That was the first kill of the match for Sombers, and did it come at a great time?
Gabby Valdez, and that's been the Achilles heel for Pine Creek tonight. 24-22, the Lancers still alive here. Keita Elsner goes back to serve to try and get the Lancers back in this. We're going to get a timeout by Pine Creek.
Probably.
If you're Pine Creek's coaches, Paul Waring and Shelley Lockwood, are you worried? There's Paul talking to the team right now. Are you worried, Vince?
No, I'm not worried, but I'm just telling them, calm down. You need 1 point. Don't do anything unforced like that last service error we just saw. They don't need that. Put the ball over the net, set up your offense, set up your defense. That's how you've won the first 2 sets. You're now 1 point away from the final set. Nothing fancy. Just put the ball in play.
And it looked like what Coach Waring was pretty much telling him, just relax. Hey, you're in control here. You're up 2 sets. You're up 2 points in the third. All you need to do is close this thing out. Yeah, they've got the serve, but hey, play it. Get a good pass off this serve. A nice set. This could be over very quickly. Coronado leads the third set, 22-21 on Rampart. Rampart took the first 2 sets in that one as the Rams try and win the Metro League. And there you go. Just like I said, nice pass, nice set. Down, game, set, match. Avery Nelson with the kill. and Pine Creek wins it 25-22 in set number 3.
Good use of that timeout right there. Again, you go back to what's got you here. Set it up, let your big hitters and Jen and Avery Nelson do the damage, and she did right there. Closed it out in a big way, 25-22.
So Pine Creek sweeps the Liberty Lancers 3-0, 25-16, 25-18, 25-22. That'll do it. From our entire 20TV crew on the cameras, Adam Parker, Adam Drake, Dan Hinken, Dave Toller, and in the truck, the illustrious Corey Morlock, as well as Rob Parrish on the replay machine. For Vince Greco, I'm Brian German. Thanks for watching from Liberty High School. That'll do it. We'll see you next time on 20TV.